Preparing for MBA exams can be overwhelming with so many concepts and questions to cover, especially. So, that is why I have curated this video containing 5 of the most repeated questions in your term and examination, along with their answers. Yes, this video is designed to save your time and boost your confidence. We will be looking at what to write for these 5 high importance questions. And how did I make this list? By carefully analyzing the past term and examination papers so that you won't have to start from scratch. Don't have the time to go through this whole video to find out the answers? No problem. Log in to www.anusclassroom.com and purchase the concise, revision friendly answer scripts that I have prepared for these 5 questions, which is ideal for some serious last minute learning. Define human resource management, or HRM in short. Elaborate the functions of HRM and its relevance in current scenario. Let us talk about human resource management, or HRM. Simply put, HRM is the art as well as the science of managing people so that an organization can meet its goals. You can think of HRM as sort of a bridge between people and business success. So it is not about hiring or firing, but it is about creating a workplace where people can actually thrive. Let us look at the functions of HRM now. Recruitment and selection are about finding the right talent, like choosing the perfect players for a sports team or like that. Training and development, that is the next function. It ensures that the people that you hire keep improving. So that is the second function of HRM. So 2 functions of HRM. First is recruitment and selection. The second is training and development. The third function, performance management. What is it? It sets clear expectations and gives feedback so that everyone knows what they are at, or at what you can say, where they are at in their journey. And then compensation and benefits. It is also a function of HRM. It keeps your employees motivated because, let's be honest here, free coffee is definitely great, but fair pay is what keeps people happy. Coming to employee relations, another function of HRM, it builds a positive work culture. There is less drama and more teamwork with employee relations. Labor law compliance is also a function of HRM because it keeps the organizations out of legal trouble, and HR is who is responsible for that. Succession planning. It is another function. It makes sure that the future leaders are ready when senior managers move on. And then the last function I want to touch upon is organizational development. It improves the processes and culture of the organization to keep the company competitive. Now let us look at why HRM is so important today. The world is changing fast. Globalization, new technology, automation, all of these things mean businesses need adaptable, skilled people with them. Workforces are more diverse than ever these days, and companies therefore have to be agile and innovative to survive. So, HRM is what makes all of this possible by aligning people, strategies with business goals. So, in short, HRM is not just any sort of a support function here. It is rather the strategic partner for the organization that drives the growth and innovation of the organization. Hey, if you're enjoying this session, take a quick moment to subscribe to Anu's Classroom and turn on notifications so you will never miss an update. Your likes, shares, and even a super thanks or sticker are little boosts of encouragement that help me keep creating and growing this channel. You got any questions, ideas, or suggestions? Drop them in the comments. I love hearing from you and I'm always here to help however I can. Now let's head back. What are the goals and objectives of performance appraisal? Describe the performance appraisal process, citing suitable examples. So, what is performance appraisal? Basically, it is how organizations evaluate and improve the employees' performance, goals, and objectives. They are pretty straightforward for a performance appraisal. What is it? First of all, performance appraisal is all about evaluating the performance of an employee or employees objectively. It is not just, we are not talking about any gut feeling or I felt that way when I saw that person. No, it is all about measurable standards. Second, it provides constructive feedback. It helps employees understand their strength and where they can improve. And also, third, it opens up better communication between the managers and staff, like clearing the air so that everyone is on the same page. Appraisals also guide big decisions that are taken by the organization, like promotions or salary hikes, training investments, and such. Recognizing achievements will boost motivation and engagement, whereas aligning individual efforts with the company's big picture goals will ensure that everyone rows in the same direction. Otherwise, what is going to happen? The boat is going to go hither, thither, or stay at the exact same spot, right? Plus, it also helps spot future leaders, support their career planning, and keep everything legally fair and transparent. Now, coming to the process of this performance appraisal. First step is to set the performance standard. You can think about the SMART goals, SMART goals, or key result areas. So, expectations are crystal clear. So, that is the first step. Second is monitor the performance regularly. It is like checking your Google Maps while you're driving instead of waiting till you are lost. The third step is to conduct formal reviews. Usually, reviews are done half yearly or even yearly, where the manager and the employee sit down to discuss their progress. Fourth step is to provide feedback. And that feedback has to be honest, but at the same time, it should not be blunt or it should not be rude. It should be constructive feedback. The fifth step is to develop action plans for working together to outline the steps for improvement and growth for the employee in question. The sixth step is to document everything because memories are definitely going to fade after a while, but records will never fail. The seventh step is follow up. Check the progress so action plans don't gather dust. And finally, the eighth step is to revise the standards. As business needs or job roles evolve, update the targets. So, in short, I can say that performance appraisal is not just paperwork, it is a powerful tool to develop talent, motivate teams, and keep the organization moving towards its goals. What is career planning? Explain the process of career planning. Let us talk about career planning. Basically, it is a roadmap for your professional growth within an organization. You can think of it like planning a road trip. You just don't decide the destination. You plan the stops, you check the routes, you make adjustments all along the way. Correct. Career planning is also like that. It is a continuous process. It helps employee know where they might be in 5 or say 10 years and what opportunities or roles will be available for them. So it is not only about the end goals but also about the ongoing skill development and contribution. So the process here starts with preparing an HR inventory. Assess the employee's skills, their experience, and their growth potential. That is the first step here. Next, organizations have to build career paths or ladders that show employees how they can progress. And then they have to identify the high potential employees, those employees who are ready for a greater responsibility. The next step is to formulate the development plans. So these might include training programs, mentoring, or job rotation. Regular review and evaluation also is important because it ensures the plans that we are making here stay relevant as the business needs change. Succession planning is also integrated into this so that leadership transitions are smooth. You don't want that one day suddenly your VP resigns and you are left with nobody to fill in that role because your career planning was a flop. You don't want that. Correct. And finally, engagement and communication. These are very, very crucial steps. Communication, of course, nowhere can we expect success without communication. Correct. Open conversations between employees as well as their managers keep expectations and aspirations of both parties aligned. So, why is all of this important today? Because career planning will help organizations retain talented employees, encourage continuous learning, and keep organizations competitive by preparing their people for future challenges. So, in short, career planning is not just about climbing the ladder, it's not about climbing the corporate ladder, it is about building that ladder one thoughtful step at a time when it is viewed from the organization's perspective. Explain the objectives of human resource planning or HRP. In short, describe the process of HRP with illustrations. Okay. So, what is human resource planning? It is the process of making sure that the right people are in the right jobs at the right time. So, the main objective of HRP is quite simple: align your workforce with your company's goals. Now, this is a recurring theme. I'm sure that you must be noticing. Anything and everything that we learn in MMPC 2 or in terms of human resource management, the main objective is always to align the workforce, align your human resources with your organization's goals, with its mission, vision, everything. So that means it it means that we have to have enough skilled employees. We don't need very little people, because if the number of people that we need are very I mean, like, there's a big gap between the number of people we have and the number of people we actually need. It is going to cause stress amongst the people that are there, and it is also going to result in missed deadlines. At the same time, we also don't need too many employees. The gap between the number of employees we have and what we want, if it is too high, if it shoots up or down, both extremes, it is not good. Why? If we have too many employees, what will happen? It's a waste of money. People will be sitting on bench. Nowadays, you can hear, right? A lot of people, the bench policies are changing, especially in the IT industry, which I am part of. You can see a lot of people are getting fired. The majority of the people who are getting fired are the guys who are on bench. Now, it is not their problem, or it is not their fault all the time that they were on bench. The reason why they were on bench is that the company overhired, expecting what you can say, a future demand. But that demand may never have come. So the companies are realizing that these many people are an extra burden. We are not able to utilize them. So what will happen? Say, for example, you have 10 TVs, properly working TVs in your home, and you've realized that you are actually only using one TV or two TVs. What will you do with the rest 8, 9 TVs? At least 5, 6 TVs you will sell. Don't ask me what reason I have 10 TVs, but an example, correct. So that is what the companies are also doing. So there has to be some input from the employees to make sure that they are relevant, so that they are irreplaceable soon. But most of the cases, sometimes it is this what is happening. It is a problem of human resource planning, actually. Okay. Also, this human resource planning, it supports succession planning, career development, and helps organizations stay competitive. The whole process of HRP has 6 steps. First step is to analyze organizational plans. Look at the business goals, look at the market trends as well as the technology changes. Second, forecast demand. Predict what kinds of employees and skills might be needed in the future. And third, forecast the supply. Check your current workforce. Check who might stay, who might retire, who might switch soon, what skills you already have. Identify the gap. Fourth is the identifying the manpower gap. Are you short on skilled engineers, or do you have too many admin staff? Understand the gap. And fifth, develop strategies and action plans to reduce that gap. Maybe you can launch targeted recruitment, or upskill your current employees, or outsource certain tasks. And even the last resort is to cut short. If it is too excess and you cannot find a way to make use of them, then there is no other way. You will have to let go. And finally, monitor and evaluate, because plans change. So, HRP has to be flexible to accommodate those change in plans from the organization level. For example, you think of a manufacturing company. It is planning to expand it to a new region, say. Okay, example. So what will they do? They will forecast, and they might find out that they need more engineers and salespeople in the next 3 years. But the current workforce cannot meet the demand. They don't have enough people on the bench that they can put or delegate over there. So, what they will do? They will start recruitment campaigns, and also they might train existing employees who show the potential. They might train them, and also might even partner with local colleges to get fresh hires. Obviously, we all know that people right after the college are cheaper. Right. So they keep reviewing the progress so that they are ready when the expansion actually happens. So, in short, HRP is like future proofing your workforce. Plan today so that you're not caught off guard tomorrow. Discuss the salient features and methods of job analysis citing examples. Okay. What is job analysis? It is basically figuring out what a job really involves so that HR decisions are not, let's say, guesswork. So, job analysis simply means systematically collecting information about the job, the task, the responsibilities involved, the skills that are needed for a particular job or a particular role. So, it is like the backbone of HR because this job analysis is what informs the recruitment, training, appraisal, performance appraisal, and even salary decisions that the HR takes. So, what are the key features of this job analysis? First of all, it is objective. It focuses on the job and not the person who is doing it. Second, it is comprehensive. It covers all the duties, the responsibilities, and skills that are required to successfully complete the job. And third, it is flexible. You can adapt job analysis depending on the job or industry. Fourth, it is a continuous process. Jobs evolve, especially with new technology or market changes. Like, for example, now AI is disrupting how jobs used to be done, right? So, we have to redo the job analysis. So, that is why it is a continuous process. Finally, it is the foundation of all HR practices because without good job data, HR strategies are going to wobble like a table that is missing a leg. Now, coming to the methods of job analysis. First method I want to talk about is Position Analysis Questionnaire, PAQ. It is a structured survey that quantifies job content. The second is Functional Job Analysis, or FJA. It identifies the key tasks and their relative importance. It is great for complex jobs, basically. The third is Critical Incidence Technique. It collects the real examples of effective or ineffective job behavior to reveal what are the required skills. Then we have the Job Elements method. It breaks a job into components of detailed study. Primhoff's Job Elements Survey is a well known example of this Job Elements method. Finally, the last method I want to touch upon is behavioral observation scale. It involves watching employees in action to spot the critical skills. For instance, imagine a retail chain. It wants to improve the cashier performance. They might observe cashiers and collect critical incidents like how they handle long queues or tricky customers to update the training and appraisal system. Okay, so in short, you can say that it is kind of like a detective work for HRs. It is like Sherlock Holmes only. You gather the facts about the job so that every HR decision hence taken is well formed, well informed.